Just want to discuss an incident that occurred to me prior to the protest outside of the Luciferian church. I was over at the Blue Giraffe. It's a local coffee place where they, you get food and drinks and stuff like that. I was hanging out with one of my friends. And one of his friends, a buddy of ours, he's a Protestant, came over and he wanted to see the Luciferian church, but he didn't want to go alone, which is understandable. So I volunteered to go over there. We walked across the parking lot, stayed in the parking lot, never left, went on their side of the street or anything. And my friend got very zealous and wanted to say the Lord's Prayer. He said it real loud, real clear, and there were people present over at the Luciferian church who immediately started glaring over, came outside, got on their phones. I saw people going back and forth across the street, and I kind of pulled him off to the side. I said, okay, after he finished the prayer, I said, that's enough, we need to get out of here, So we walked back across the parking lot. I could tell they were still watching us. Walked back in, and then we went back. We were sitting down having a couple of drinks, and just relaxing. About 15, 20 minutes later, in come about, I don't know how many, somewhere between 6 and 10 pretty big looking guys. I mean, some of them, tattoos all the way down their arms, rough and tough looking guys, weird looking people.
All male?
All male. And
dressed in black?
A lot of them were dressed in black. There were some of them with one guy, I don't know what he had, but he was just, tattooed all over head to toe. And they were being real loud. There was two older ladies in there drinking coffee, and they started being loud, yelling profanities and things like that. The guy I was with got kind of scared, and I saw the ladies. They were looking over like, what is going on? So I said, come on, let's go out. And I started walking out, and I said, hey guys, we don't need any problems or anything. And I was trying to defuse the situation. Walked outside, walked down the stairs, and I kind of turned to the right to take a few steps away from the area. And as soon as I turned around, I got punched directly in the face. It took me a few minutes or a few seconds to realize what had happened. I couldn't believe it. And I for a split second, I went after the guy, but I caught myself. He ran up the stairs, back up to the place. And, my friends kind of diffused the situation. I didn't, I was really upset at this point. I didn't do anything to provoke this assault. I was really surprised it happened. I thought we were going to talk and calm down, diffuse the situation.
How could you describe this man? Was he tall?
Oh, he was about my size. I'm 5'11". He must have been 5'11", 6 foot. Heavy set. Did pretty good. Gave me a good punch in the face. Tattoos all over, down to his arms.
Would you recognize in those tattoos?
Yeah, I'd recognize him if I saw him.
Right.
Yeah, I got a good look at him after the fact. And, so I walked aside. I called the police. They had two I guess they were Harris County Sheriffs. I'm not sure exactly what department came out. And they went straight to the guys, the Luciferian.
Inside the coffee shop?
Right upstairs on their coffee shop property, and interviewed him. And I could hear the guys saying, oh, he swung first. Oh, he started it. He, just blatant lies. I had not an ill will in my body. I wanted to diffuse the situation. I had no problem. I wasn't starting a fight. I was there by myself with a guy I barely even knew. And here come 8 guys or however many guys. It's like, I'm not wanting to start a fight. I don't want to start a fight, period. But anyways, I tried to diffuse the situation. I let the police came over and interviewed me after, they had interviewed them.
Outside?
Yeah. And I told them what happened, that we had gone over, and that our Protestant friend had said, the Lord's Prayer real loud. I saw them get on their phones, and I kind of said, okay, let's get out of here. I just didn't feel right. I felt real, something wasn't right. And I explained to them what happened. I told them, look, they started the profanities. I walked outside, and I was trying to defuse the situation and got sucker punched. The police said, well, there's nothing we can do because, they said that you guys were over there taunting them, and you went over there and y'all were starting stuff. And I told them, look, we never left that. We never went to their side of the street. We're on our side. There was no yelling back and forth. The only thing that happened was the Lord's Prayer, pretty loud. And I told him immediately. I got the guy out of there and told him, hey, we don't, calm down. It's all right. And And they just said, well, what do you want us to do? And I said, well, I mean, I got assaulted. I got punched in the face. Is there anything you can do? I mean, I'd like to press charges. And they absolutely said, no, we can't do it because you guys went over there. And I couldn't believe it. I don't know the law, but I just, it's the police. I'm not going to sit there and argue with them. I mean, I was real upset about the whole ordeal. And they said, look, you guys got to go. So we went back in the coffee shop, got my stuff, and ended up leaving for the night. I mean, that was
right.
It was a harrowing experience. wasn't too much fun. Put it that way.
Quite a shocking introduction to the cult of Lucifer.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I saw the guys on their phones, I knew something wasn't right. And sure enough, within 15, 20 minutes, when those guys stormed in there, I knew that's what had happened. They were calling their troops to come in and get us. So it's a family area. I mean, that's a place I like to take my kids, and it's a place that I'm going to avoid now as a result of all of this. I don't want my kids anywhere around places like this where there's people like that. I just don't feel safe.
Right. And justifiably so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to affect the business of a lot of people.
I agree. I won't be going back to the Blue Giraffe anytime soon, or anywhere else in Old Town Spring for that matter, not while they're there.
Right.
Yeah.